My name is Rosie. I would like to introduce to you a new way to view photography. On the big screen, in the comfort of your own home, in book format and narrated, so that you can pay more attention to the photography while listening to the photographer's explanation of his art. Or just peace and quiet while you admire its solitude. This video book is an overview of photographer Dennis Bickers. Dennis shoots a wide range of photography, from wildlife to our night skies. So please, sit back and enjoy.
And my name is Author. I will be your narrator for this book. So let's get started. I've always said, there is a story behind every photo. Cell phones have great cameras these days, so everyone has the opportunity to record their memories as they navigate life. It does take some time and effort to sift through your thousands of photos, saving the ones you want to keep, categorizing them to make it easy to find, and paste together your footsteps from the past. I carry around a lot more equipment than most, and I've had many people ask, do you sell or publish your pictures? The short answer to that is, yes, on occasion. But, that has never been my primary goal. I was always interested in having a better photo quality than the average camera or phone, but looking back at where I've been or what it took to get that picture, excites me. It's not just a hobby but a history. The older I get, the more I understand how important my picture memories are to me. That's what a picture is, your memory. The day that it gets tough to head out the door and run around the block, I can sit down at the computer and scan through decades of memories. And it never gets old. Stories pop into my head. Maybe it reminds me to call a friend or just share the picture with others, and sometimes with a little story behind it. I have lots of pictures from our extended stay in Costa Rica. We were back and forth for a while during the COVID lockdowns. We were looking to trade in the deserts of Scottsdale, Arizona for greener pastures. Traveling across the country, we decided to revisit Costa Rica while we were homeless and deciding where to hang our hats. This is a pier in Tambor, Costa Rica, where they have a small but decent farmers market. They also have a fishing locker that the fishermen will bring their catch so you can pick your fish and they will fillet it while you watch. I shot this from the beach about 600 feet away, which helps the moon appear bigger, compounding the large moon that was expected that night. The two moon gazers on the pier added a nice touch to such a beautiful moon. The difference a day can make. I started out wanting a clear night, but it turned out that the clouds were a benefit. The moon rises in different locations each day, so the location I stand on the beach will play a part on where the moon will sit. I use a phone app to pre-plan shots like this. It's like having a crystal ball and looking into the future. Then it's about being there and having the vision. Through the fishing village next to the pier and down this trail, you will find one of the treasures of Tambor. A favorite spot for locals and photographed by many, including National Geographic. The Arbolito Solitario, meaning solitary little tree, or better known as the Jesus tree. Because during high tide, it appears to be walking on water. The tree is believed to be a 200-year-old red mangrove. The 45-minute hike hugs the shore and has tree-covered shade for those warm days. I spent a couple days in the Blue Ridge Mountains looking for elk, since that was on the list of things that I have not captured with my camera. After researching areas that elk may frequent, I was lucky to find several herds. I camped out so that I could get an early start, to be the first in the field, since it was a favorite photographer's hangout. I got up so early that it was a morning filled with stars, and I found my elk shots that I was looking for. Eventually more people drove in the area to see the elk. Some came prepared with picnics and made a day of it. I enjoy seeing old odd or fancy structures, both inside or out. Partly because I love woodworking, so I appreciate what others have done. Especially something long before they had modern tools. It takes imagination and talent. Here is an 1890 church at the Goldfield Ghost Town in Apache Junction, Arizona. The inside of an 1877 United Methodist Church in Fairfield, North Carolina. And the oldest church I've seen that was built in 1471. The Santa Maria del Nevi Church in Siena, Italy. Our room was on the second floor and directly across this 20-foot wide walkway, which was once their cart path. It was so close to our window that I had to take 2 pictures with my wide-angle lens and stitch them together. You can see the small door that they use for every day. From this window there was a lot of good people watching. Reflections can add another dimension to a simple picture. I remember when I first got my camera and thinking of pictures that I would like to take. If you go looking for good reflections, you may have a hard time finding what you want. They will find you. Just have your camera ready. I camped with a friend at Osprey Campground next to Lake Matamuskeet in North Carolina, and found these cypress that projected a great reflection. We were looking for bears that were known to be in the area, but no matter the goal. Don't have tunnel vision, because there are great images at every turn. The Temecula Balloon Fest was a great place to capture some reflections. Sometime you have to beat the brush to find a good location, so don't be shy. Make your own path. Catching people in moments that are natural and fun, always make the best shots. Many of my shots I use a process called HDR, High Dynamic Range. Some phones or cameras might have that process available. You have more flexibility on your computer with software. You can either get a more realistic or sometimes 3D or cartoon effects. This process will take 3, 5, 7, or more shots with various exposures and blend them together to give you the best shadows and colors for better control of the end result. Have you ever taken a great picture and when you get home, it just doesn't look as good as when you were there? HDR can help with that.